It's story time!
It's time for the news. Breaking news. Oh, hello. I hope that you are prepared for what is some shocking news across the world. We start with misappropriated COVID funds. Unfortunately, a pizza shop owner in Massachusetts used fraudulent PPP loan to buy an alpaca farm. Authorities said the owner of the Massachusetts pizza parlor lied about the number of employees he had to fraudulently obtain more than $660,000 in federal coronavirus relief fund. $660,000 which he spent on alpacas. I thought maybe it was like, 50 grand. Oh, that's bad. $500,000 of COVID fund. McIntyre, who formerly lived in Beverly in Essex, Massachusetts, was the owner of Rasta Pasta Pizza, which is a great name for an Italian restaurant where you go when you're stoned. Absolutely shocking. But again, excellent name. Rasta Pasta Pizza. Right, now hold on. Rasta Pasta Pizza. Rasta Pasta Pizzeria. There we go. Nailed it. Yes. He sold the pizza shop. He sold Rasta Pasta Pizza. He sold Rasta Pasta Pizzeria. He also bought weekly airtime so that he could have his own cryptocurrency themed radio show. He defrauded the government so that he could start his own cryptocurrency podcast. Now, our friend there wasn't the only person to misappropriate COVID funds. A coastal town in western Japan has drawn the ire of social media for using its coronavirus relief fund to build a giant statue of a squid. The Japanese need to really rethink how much tentacle stuff they've got going on, because it's not coming off well publicly. Because you know at least one 40-year-old Japanese woman in a schoolgirl uniform is going to masturbate near that thing. I'm just saying, I know it's not polite, but Japan is battling a fourth wave of coronavirus infections, and the cabinet approved a $708 billion stimulus package in December to help the economy recover from the pandemic-induced slump. The squid is a local delicacy in Noto, and the building the statue was part of a long-term strategy to raise awareness about the town's squid industry and increase tourism, a local government official said. Other people are fucking raging. What do you think of the giant squid? Think how many jobs that squid provided, Leo Blue. I feel like you're too on board with a squid. Do you want to fuck a squid? Is that what this is about, Leo Blue? I don't judge. It's just a big fucking ugly plastic squid. Yes, well worth it. Everybody loves the squid. I'm on the wrong side of history here. On the subject of history, a time traveller on TikTok, because if a time traveller existed, they would be on TikTok, has claimed to be travelling from the year 2582. He claims the astronauts will find a second Earth this coming weekend. The adventurer, known as Authentic Time Traveller on TikTok, posted a video on Saturday that something is going to happen on May the 8th, 2021. People are coming from 2582 to warn us and to help us cope with time right now. They're going to use the app where children do dances like Semaphore to warn us about it. The astronauts will discover a planet exactly like Earth in our solar system. It will be an exact clone of our Earth with a mirrored effect. Now, this is the thing that made me quite interested, is the mirrored application, because NASA did find there was a bit of sky, a bit of something where everything's moving backwards. So, I mean, I could have explained that better, but I'm not fucking going to bother. Others commented that they did not believe this. One user wrote, "Well, in 7 days, and I don't hear about this, I will be mad." Others commented with a cap emoji, suggesting they're unlikely to believe this wild theory. He did not answer any questions. However, he mentioned that he will reveal his face on YouTube if he gets 10,000 subscribers by May the 2nd. Tenors bet Elon Musk is bored. The next headline is a shocking one, but a great one. Boulders block road in Boulder Canyon near Boulder, according to Boulder County Sheriff's Office. I literally picked this story because the headline made me laugh. And that was that news. Now, the next story, I'm going to tell you now, don't look at the screen, because if you're easily vomity, don't look at the screen. But you've heard of the Tide Pod Challenge. Well, something a bit dirtier has just hit the trending list. People are getting high from raw decomposing meat. Those taking part in the trend have dubbed it as a meat high and use meat that has been left to rot over a period of weeks or months. The participants don't cook the meat and instead eat the flesh raw. One Twitter user said a friend had convinced them to eat the meat raw and rotten and it would actually felt great. Another explained, I get an immediate high. Rotten meat is the best cure for depression. The reaction could be caused by a number of things, including the delirium caused by severe poisoning or the reaction to the bacterial high in the stomach. This is from somebody who actually I can't look at my own screen, who actually did it, who says, not at all didn't get sick. This is how it looked, by the way. If you're leaving this out for anything from days to months to years, who knows what kinds of bacteria are going to grow, and some of those bacteria might give chemical properties that are going to give you a high hallucination or a feeling of euphoria. It's a completely uncontrollable process, however, so you just don't know what kind of bacteria could be growing on the meat. There's all sorts of bacteria, salmonella, shigella, E. coli, all of these things, and our human body might really struggle with breaking that down. He said if we're eating rotten food, the question is, will our stomach acid do a good enough job to stop these from poisoning us? The answer is often no. So don't eat rotten meat. Can you believe that's a thing we now have to tell children because of the internet? Don't eat soap powder and don't eat rotten meat. Just do drugs. Stay away from Shelton says. And I think that hashtag not my Hermione says it best. Excuse me, I have to go and vomit. We end our news on a pretty happy story. A 12-year-old in North Carolina over lockdown, when he had to do his homeschooling, did a little bit more. He took a few extra classes in his spare time during COVID and is now preparing to graduate both high school and college in the same week. It is a real life young Sheldon. Wimmer said he's some extra time during COVID-19 pandemic and discovered that if he just added a couple of extra classes, he could graduate from both schools at the same time. He ended up completing the equivalent of 2 years of high school and 2 years of community college in a single year.
This is Mike Wimmer of Salisbury, North Carolina. He says he's a math and science guy. And with graduation just a few weeks away, Wimmer is weighing his options, including several job offers, more school, or fellowship. Wow. Look at that guy.
Not even 13.
Bright face, bright mind.
I don't know if she is being racist when she says bright face, bright mind, but I'm going to take it as that because she's American and that's how I feel. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the news. And now a message from our sponsor. Hi friends, you can help support this channel by going to ashleystorieshop.co.uk and getting yourself some of my cool merch that says like nice buns or you're excellent or nice to meet you. Or you can share it with a friend or you can like and subscribe, whatever you fancy. Thank you for watching.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Ashley.
And you can listen to our podcast
Are We Being Unreasonable?
On Apple Podcasts
and Spotify. Go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts now and subscribe to Are We Being Unreasonable for great, funny conversations with your favourite comedians.